That garlic butter is something else. It's like the garlic butter showed up to the party first, and then he called the bacon and was like, dude, you gotta get down here. And then the bacon showed up, and now everybody's having a good time.
Junior garlic butter bacon burger.
It's episode 6 of Film Room with Chris Jans, Adam Young with Coach, and our topic today is ball screen defense, Coach. And before we start to roll the film, what are some of the main principles you teach in practice when talking about ball screen defense?
Well, it starts from day one. Everybody in the country is using some sort of ball screen offense. Some use it every time down the court. And in scouting, it's the first thing we talk about as a staff is how are we going to guard their ball screens. I think in talking with our colleagues, that's what they talk about too, just because it's so prevalent in today's game. So we make it a priority from day one. We work on it almost daily, take a lot of pride in it, and everyone does it different. Some programs believe in doing it one way and only one way and being excellent at that. Or you do it different ways to try to put your defensive players in the best position possible. But you have to work on it a lot because of employing different tactics. And that's what we do. We try to guard it 4 or 5 different ways, and then try to surprise some teams at times with our coverages, or just use the best coverage that fits the offensive personnel we're guarding in that particular game.
All right, Coach, let's roll the film and see how you defend the different ways the ball screen offense.
Yeah, this is our base. It's basically hedging the ball screen. We call it red. And when that happens, the guy guarding the ball handler has to make him use the screen. We had talked earlier about ball screen offense, and refusing the screen is a great tactic to employ. And so obviously we don't want to give the ball handler a choice. We want to make him use the ball screen so everybody is on the same page. And then the defender doesn't want the ball screen to split him. Okay, he wants to make him at least dribble 1 or 2 dribbles towards half court. And then as you'll see here, he's going to go vertical. We want him to go up the court. We don't want him to go laterally at all, because we want the guard to go over the ball screen and then under his own man, which would be Yvonne in this particular case. And you'll see it employed here. We make him use it, a quick show or red. So you don't want to run into each other. You'll see, if you watch basketball, you'll see defenders running into each other all the time. That's why we want to go over the ball screen and under your own man, the defender who is reading the ball screen. And then try to get back square as best you can. Same thing here. Boom. Eli reds up the court vertically. AJ goes under his own man, and then we certainly have someone responsible for the roll, and that's depending upon where the other people stand on the court and where the ball screen is. We try to be high hands in and out of the ball screen. So the other way we guard it is ice, or you'll hear the term down. And now we're trying to force everything to the baseline. Okay, we're trying to force everything to baseline. So now the ball handler doesn't let him use the ball screen. He's going to get on his top side, and we do this on the outer thirds of the court. Okay, from seam to sideline and seam to sideline, and we ice it and push it down the court. So Trell will get on his high side. All right. Eli will get underneath the ball screen and make sure he doesn't turn the corner, but he doesn't switch it. Ideally, they don't contest that shot. I want him to be responsible for checking out the big, because if the guard's late and the big goes out and contests, now that big runs free down the lane and get put back dunks, etc.
And you're defending the opponent, Coach, based off the personnel they have, correct?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Here's another ice. Okay, CJ's in perfect position, down and ready. He's not allowing any split initially at the point of attack, and then he's going to make sure that ball handler doesn't turn the corner. The guard's got to try to get back square and go over the ball screen, all right, and get back square so the big knows he can get back to the ball screener for a pick and pop situation. This is textbook. He's back square. He gets all the way square, and like Sean has always done, draws a big charge. See Trell get on the high side, not letting me use the ball screen. Eli's in a pretty good stance, no split. All right, and then Trell's gonna go over and try to get back square as fast as he can. Eli's got to stay with that ball so it doesn't turn the corner though. All right, obviously we got 3 guys on the weak side in perfect position guarding the ball as well.
Yeah, rotation elsewhere on the floor from your other defenders is so important.
Yeah, they got to be in the right spot so they can make plays. Now, in the middle of the floor, all right, we'll say weak, and weak changes game to game. Sometimes weak is force them left. Sometimes weak is forces them right. Again, personnel based, because most teams go to a clock play or have a bunch of sets in the middle of the court, and their best ball handlers or ball screen players have a way they want to go. So it'll be a weak will be forcing them opposite to the hand they want to go. But it's very similar to ice, except it's in the middle of the floor. So this is left, all right? Yvonne's in a great stance. The ball handler's getting into the ball. The defender of the ball handler's getting into the ball and trying to get back square so the big doesn't have a lot of separation from the roller or the popper. Really good. Another weak, rush out, middle of the floor. All right, we're forcing them left. As you see, the defender is getting on his right hand, not allowing him to go to his strong hand. And Eli, the defender, is keeping him in front, all right, and giving the ball handler's defender a chance to recover and get back square. Those are the shots we're trying to give up, all right? And certainly what you work on is a rear view contest. You know, it's untraditional. Normally a contest is out front, but in this day and age with a ball screen, you've got to try to contest from the side or from the rear and just be a distraction to the shooter, but not foul him, not foul the jump shooter, especially when they're off the bounce like that. Them are hard shots in this day and age of basketball. Another weak's left. This is more of a gator screen where it's a butt screen instead of a traditional screen by the offense. But we're stringing them out and then trying to get back. See, the really good defenders, they don't even need the help. Watch AJ get into the ball and just fight through the ball screen. And like I said earlier, we work on this every day. When the ball screen happens, get into the ball and fight like heck to get back square, and don't even rely on the ball screen defender to help you. Just do it on your own. That's really good. Okay, and then sometimes depending on their offense or depending on who it is defensively, we'll let them switch it, which we sometimes call gold. All right, we're not a big switching team. We like accountability, but because of personnel that we have or personnel that they have, we'll allow certain switches or golds throughout the game. This is guard to guard. That's an automatic switch. All right. When guards set ball screens for one another, we normally just switch them. And then sometimes if the guard gets clipped, they can call it on the fly. We tell them the only time you can use it on your own is to stop a score. And they can call it, all right? And if one person calls us, it's on. It doesn't have to come from the bench, it comes from the players. They just switch it, and that big tries to keep the guard in front and make him shoot a pull-up jumper off the bounce.
You love talking about defense, don't you?
I do. I especially love talking about ball screen defense. It's important to us. We take a lot of pride in it. We try to get our kids to buy into it because it's so crucial. Like I said earlier, every program that I know talks about what their ball screen coverage is going to be every single game, and it's usually the first topic of conversation.
Coach, thanks so much.
Thanks, Adam.
Coming up next week on Film Room with Chris Jans, we'll talk about Trev Queen. That comes your way next week on this new video series. For Coach, I'm Adam Young, saying so long and thanks for joining us for Film Room with Chris Jans.